structure that you can actually walk, which will be addressed by another goal, which is goal number 9, infrastructure, innovation, and industry. So to have like peace, you have to have other settings as well. You have to have a clear mindset. Okay, 100 is what he asked was if we can guarantee the 100% assurance that we can be satisfied or not. Is there any 100% satisfaction or not? I think that it all depends upon the mindset of the people that they have. And if the person in walking in the road is very human and which has a very much ethics and has some discipline, then yes, we can obviously overcome the problems that we have. But then if people are, like some people, because I just got to know that a girl was kidnapped in India in an auto, and she carried her dead uh, baby in the metro all the way. So yeah, many people there are existing there. Be a those can those people can be a problem. So if those people their mindsets are changed, then yes, everything can be possible. So that's my take on that.
Like in our last question, like when you are talking about peace, you have to give space for the others. Then you can like get the from like peace. If you are not giving space for others, then problem will be arrived. So you have to have a give space to them or others. They are doing anything, but you will not be like problem for others. Then peace will be possible. It's called absence of violence. So violence is not is only the like there is a arms or other things. Violence is one kind of like if I'm talking something, it's one kind of violence. Like it's one kind of racism too. Like I'm saying, he's black or he's white. This is kind of like one kind of violence. So you have to give a space to others. Then like peace will come to in your mind and in your society as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all our panels for the thoughts. I think the message was that all the goals are interconnected. Nothing is just one short siloed goal. Peace is also connected with poverty. If there's inequality, there's more poverty. There is that place or that context is more likely to be more volatile for conflict. Same with hunger. So all these goals are connected. So I also meet a lot of friends daily, like you were saying. Uh, if I meet my feminist friend or even her, like she will say that gender equality should be the center of SDGs because no SDGs can be achieved without fulfilling gender equality. If half of the world population is not put in par with the other half, still people will be hungry, still people will be in poverty, still people will not achieve their good health, and so forth. There will be continued inequality. So they are right. So if I meet my friends from working on education sector, they would say that education should be the center of SDGs. Because if there is no education, people won't be healthy. People won't get employment, people would not value the nature or environment, or people would not come out of poverty. So education is the bigger goal, main hero or heroine or the character of the film. So if I meet another friend working on good water and sanitation, they would say that if you don't have water, how would you come out of poverty, or how would you ensure that people are healthy? So the essence of what I'm trying to say is like each of these goals are interconnected. Like she said, some goals might be more urgent in some contexts than others. Like we had some problems with a projector, technology in the beginning. Only half of the screen was coming, and we're still experiencing the problem with mics. This might not be a problem in developed countries. So technology and innovation might be one of the problems or issues that we are facing. So it might be different depending on different contexts, but all these are interconnected. So we'll take last round of questions before we wrap up the discussion. So, okay.
Can we do one thing? Can we take questions from girls to make it more inclusive? Yeah, thank you.
I mean, you can say it loud if not working. You can say it loud.
Okay, I can say loud. Is it audible to that audience?
I think yes.
Okay. Uh, I'm Batun Sarkar. I'm coming from Bangladesh. Currently, I'm working with UNICEF. My honorable president is there. My question is, as two honorable panelists, Mr. Bisham Gwale, that he's currently working with UNDP, and you guys are adopting the SDGs. Now we have to do is to achieve all that goals. So, what specific strategies you are adopting to implement in your countries? I wanted to know, and what the percentage of the youth engagement on that particular projects. Is it clear? I'm not sure.
One more question. Can I?
said, let's listen to girls as well. So we have one question from here. You need a mic?
Okay, so SDG, it's all about awareness, engagement, and action. But still, in a country like Nepal, there's a lot of corruption still going on. So, what would you like to say to the politicians to maintain a corruption-free country, and so that SDG can continue in a good manner and in a sustainable way?
Thank you very much for that. Can we have another female, please? Let's try to focus on the 5 person. Do you have any question from another female? No? So, okay, we'll go back.
I am Bakpi, Shoribasan Bakpi. I'm from Bangladesh. Okay, though you didn't talk about health here, I want to ask about health. So, is it relevant to this session? Is it okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My question is to Mr. Baburam Pant. As health is a major goal of SDG, and adolescent is also a major part of health, adolescent health. So, as a youth activist or youth, how can we contribute in promoting adolescent health to achieve SDG in Bangladesh and Nepal? And how are you your organization and you are helping the youth activists to work in this field? Thank you.
I think I can speak. It's just a query.
There's my.
Thank you so much. I'm Uma Thapa, and it's just a query. How do you relate the like our conflict resolution process and everything with sustainable development goal? Did I? Thank you.
Maybe you might have to
Maybe.
repeat the question. Yeah, can you
So how do you relate the sustainable development goal with the conflict situation we are going through? Like we are in somehow resolution process, and the Truth Commission is working. In this scenario, how do you think the sustainable development goal would be achieved? Thank you.
So we'll take a very short question, the last one.
My name is Sushant Kumar Yadav, and I'd like to touch the climate change part. As we can see, like United States is about to pull itself out of Paris Climate Accord. So how does such a nation which was funding a lot of researches, lot of ongoing steps towards against climate change around the world, how does that affect sustainable development goal? I mean, United States pulling out of Paris Climate Accord.
Thank you very much. So now we'll listen from the panelists. And
Thank you. If I like, this is the last session, I think. Like last lot to like talk. And if I am a youth or a student, I have to focus on 2 things. Very basic 2 things. One is education, and another is employment. After the education, what I will do? I have to need an employment. So, like, if I'm a student, I have to need an education, proper education, and proper facility of the education. Then, where I studying, so we have to, need to proper education system, proper education policy to enhance or build or enrich our knowledge to contribute to the community, contribute to the society, and then I have to get knowledge from the community as well. And like I am already educated, so what I'll do, I have to need an employment. So government have to have a give a space for us to like make the employment for the all youth, all students. Otherwise, like we are talking about the SDG, we will not implement it. We have to have a need of employment. Then, like in our country and also like this is the South Asian culture. Like we are always concerned about the political issues. That I am not talking in these issues, these. But we are not concerned about the economic issues. Like, if I am talking about the climate, or if I am talking about the education, when we are talking about the youth, is government will give a proper investment for us? Is we have a proper policy for us? That where we will go, how we will contribute to for the society? So is there any policy for the next 5 years or for the next 10 years? I think there is two things we have to have. One is a short-term plan, there is a long-term plan. Short-term plan we will make for the facing the problem, small problem. We are for this the short-term plan, and when we will achieving the more thing, and we will go through the developed nations. Then we have a long-term plan, long-term vision for our for the youth community, because we have the huge chunk of our society. So we have to need up these things, and we need the investment in specific issues. Otherwise, we are always dependent on the from the developed nations. So there is two questions. One is sexual and reproductive health, like adolescent health, one issue, and another is climate change issues. So in the climate issues, always United Nations, there is a conference like COP21. We did a program. It's called Bangladesh International Model Union. We had the topic of the COP21. So every time, every year, all the delegates from every country, they went to in COP conference. 3 or 4 or 5 days discussion is going on, and after that,